What it is, guys, my name is Swifterrs, and today I'm coming at you guys with a very interesting Black Ops 3 Zombies video. Today I wanted to go ahead and talk to you all about Peter McCain. As you guys know, Peter is a rather elusive character in our Zombies storyline. There are two different timelines currently going on within our storyline. We have both our original timeline with our 1.0 characters, and then we have our Origins timeline with our 2.0 characters. So going back to our original timeline, Peter McCain was an OSS spy sent to infiltrate Group 935. He originally worked undercover as a research assistant somewhere in Munich, but was then transferred to Verrucht, another Group 935 controlled facility. Now, when Peter's handler suspected his identity had been compromised, a Marine recon team led by Tank Dempsey was sent to Verrucht to go and rescue him. However, by the time they got there, McCain had already escaped, and Dempsey, the only known survivor of the recon team, was captured by Group 935 and experimented on. Sometime later, McCain was sent to investigate a Division 9 facility in Japan, and while parachuting to the facility, his parachute got caught on the roof, hanging McCain and killing him. So as I said, not much is truly known about Peter McCain. We have our two timelines, and as I mentioned earlier, in our original timeline, Peter had a handler. Peter's handler, or the person overseeing his operations, his spy operations, suspected that he had been compromised or his identity had been compromised, and there's actually a radio on Shinonuma from this handler. I'll go ahead and play it for you guys, but the very interesting thing is that the radio on Shinonuma can actually be found within Revelations. So here is that radio that we first heard back on Shinonuma, and this is it from Revelations. Again, this is about Peter McCain.
I hope you're receiving this transmission, Peter. If you are not, then all hope is lost. You must know by now that we failed to contain the asylum, that we had to move the experiment here. Location. The numbers will guide you. The giant must remain. At all costs. Repeat, der Ries must, at all costs. The DG2 experiments continue. You'll be our only advantage now. Find Dr. Richthofen and Dr. Maxis. They may know what's going on. The use of element 115 is dangerous at best. I'm not sure if we can continue here. We've lost most of our best. I hope you get this. I hope it hasn't happened there too, but I'm almost out of hope.
So, as you guys heard, that was a very interesting radio message. This radio message can be found back on the original Shinonuma map. This was recreated into Revelations, which is very interesting because, as I mentioned, this radio was regarding the original timeline. Progressing to our Origins timeline, or our Black Ops 3 zombie storyline with our 2.0 characters, this is what we know about Peter McCain. In the Origins timeline, McCain never died in Shinonuma. Instead, when jumping from the plane, he ends up going through a portal, also known as an Aurora Borealis, to the skies over Stalingrad, Russia, the USSR, when Origins characters were pursuing the World War II Nikolai in Gorod Krovi. The four then use Peter's parachute to successfully land in Stalingrad, and as you guys know, within our Gorod Krovi intro, our characters do use his parachute, but once they land on the ground, Peter's body cannot be found. Now this is where it gets pretty interesting. The gameplay or the trailer that you guys have been seeing was for Revelations. It was our Origins Zombies storyline recap trailer, and within this trailer, although it was released I believe the 2nd or the 3rd of September before Revelations was out, we can actually see Peter McCain with it. Now I did need to slow it down because we can see Peter McCain for less than half a second. It's coming up just about now. So as you guys can see, the screen flashes and we now have an image of Peter McCain wielding the MX Grand on Revelations. Of course, this is Revelations. We can clearly see the corruption engine on the back left hand side. It is blue, but clearly this is 110% Peter McCain. So this is pretty interesting because we truthfully do not know what actually happened to Peter McCain. Again, we have our two timelines, our original timeline where Peter supposedly died at the Rising Sun facility or in Shinonuma, and then we have our Origins timeline where Peter was about to parachute from the plane to the Rising Sun facility, but just as he did that, a portal or an Aurora Borealis opened up and he fell through this portal flying over Stalingrad, Russia. The four characters used his parachute to safely land on the ground at Stalingrad or at Gorod Krovi, but his body is never found. Whether or not he got transferred to another dimension or back to our original timeline, we don't exactly know, but it is very interesting because we have this radio on Revelations from Peter's handler, hoping that the message finds him well, and then we see Peter McCain in our Revelations storyline trailer, so I don't exactly know where Peter McCain is at now. At the same time, it is still very possible that there is a second Easter egg ending or an alternate ending on Revelations. Maybe Peter McCain will play some role, but overall I wanted to go ahead and showcase this information to you guys because I did find it to be pretty interesting. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, I know that this trailer came out a little bit less than a month ago and Peter being in Revelations has been known, but I wanted to dive a little bit deeper, talk about our two different timelines, mention to you guys this Shinonuma radio that can be found on Revelations, and kind of dive a little bit deeper than what just meets the eye. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As I said earlier, I do apologize for the lack of uploads over these past couple of days. It's been pretty difficult up here at college. I'm starting my classes, so I kind of needed to get into the schedule of my classes and the grind of things up here, but you guys can expect some awesome videos coming out here on my channel very soon. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and with that being said, I'll be sure to catch you guys later.